Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're subscribed or seen my videos before, welcome back. So this week I got inspiration for this video because I've lived in Germany for a little while, and before I came here I did a little bit of research about what I should expect in Germany, but you never really know about the country until you really get there or from people who actually live there. This week I'm going to bring you 5 things to think about before coming, visiting, or moving to Germany. And this mainly applies to the people who really wish to spend a longer time in Germany, really get to know the people who are living here, and really get to know the culture and general scenery of Germany itself. So without further ado, let's get started. So one thing that I always found really interesting was looking at the flip side of what you think when foreign people come to your country or immigrate to your country. And one thing that for me really stood out was that in America, we're always saying, oh my gosh, these people are immigrating to America. They need to learn English, right? They need to speak English. Wow, this person doesn't speak English. But think about the flip side of the rest of the world. So a lot of the world learns English in school from a really young age. And whether you're planning on immigrating to another country or you're planning on coming to Germany for a visit, one thing that you really should keep in mind as you're coming here is the fact that you really should show respect for the country and culture. If you don't plan on being here for a long time, at least learn some phrases so that you can get by and get around. And before assuming that everybody speaks English, you should learn the native language of that country or some native phrases that people use often. Something like, kann ich mit Karte bezahlen? Or something like, hallo, danke. Or even something like, kann ich Käsebrötchen haben? Or something that would be really helpful if you're in public and really need to ask somebody a question or you need to order something. Don't just assume that everybody speaks English because you speak English or just because you heard that a lot of people in that country speak English. So one thing is, if you're coming for a visit, definitely learn some phrases that can help you. And even something as easy as sprechen Sie English, or where you're asking that person if they do speak English before you start talking to them in English, can be really helpful. Or even a phrase like ich spreche kein Deutsch is really helpful in Germany, so people really actually know, hey, this person doesn't know that. But if you're deciding to move to, become a tourist, or even spend an extended amount of time in Germany, definitely learn some phrases or definitely invest in learning the language so that you can better integrate with the people there and really show some respect and learn some German. So as we saw in one of my past videos, there are many stereotypes of different kinds of countries. There are stereotypes of Americans, German, French people, anybody that you can think of, there's a stereotype on. There are stereotypes that this country is rude, or these are the top 10 countries that are rude, and reasons of why they're rude. But have you ever thought about those people are actually just doing things that are normal for them in their culture, and it's not rude at all? And this too goes for Germany. So in general, I think a lot of the English-speaking countries kind of show friendliness by smiling. We smile a lot to other people. We smile to show that we're happy, that we're in a good mood, that life is going well. This isn't the same always in Germany. In Germany, you really need a reason to smile. You're not going to walk down the street and see somebody smiling as they're walking unless they have a reason to smile. You're not going to see a cashier smile at you. More than likely, they're probably just going to look like they're fine. And this does not mean that they're rude, but you will see if you're looking to come to Germany that people don't smile as much as in the general English-speaking culture or even some of the Latin American countries as well. People in Germany need a reason to smile. In general, they're happy, but they're not showing that they're happy. And so that's something to take in consideration when you're coming here, that you might think that they're a little bit rude, when in reality, this is just part of their normal everyday culture. And when you go around smiling, they're thinking that you're pretty weird, because who walks down the street and smiles? This next one I found disconcerting when I came here, and that is because in America, I'm not really paying attention to politics. But whenever I meet a German, in everyday conversation, one of the first things that they bring up is politics. And that's cool because they have a holistic worldview. In the past, America and Germany have been bonded by different historical things, but in total, people keep up with some of the happenings in each one of those countries. But when you're living in your own country sometimes, you just don't even really look at the politics. So if you're an American, now especially more than ever, when President Trump has taken over, everybody wants to talk to me about politics. I don't go through one conversation with a German without talking about politics. And to me, that's really annoying sometimes, where with them, they're just trying to have an educational conversation. And this can be seen as small talk as well. They're showing interests in your politics. They're showing interests in your country. They're showing interest in you. And so this is actually a normal small talk conversation in Germany. And if you guys are not ready for this conversation, y'all better buckle up and get your patient pants on, because you will hear what they know about from what they've learned, their opinions, and general other happenings of what's happening in politics within the United States. And y'all, get ready for some negative opinions, because the last 4 years under the Trump administration has really changed the way that Germans think about Americans. But please, Germans, we are not President Trump, and we don't want him either. So do not blame us for some of his wrongdoings and or unintelligent speeches, because he's on his way out. We're really happy, and you all will be seeing the last of him next year. The next one really grinds my gears, and I never really knew how passionate I was about good customer service until I came to Germany. And this is really sad, because in the US, I always thought, wow, that was horrible customer service. I'm gonna go complain to a manager. But I didn't experience anything until I came to Germany. Now, I'm not saying that all customer service in Germany is bad. There are a lot of great places that offer great customer service in Germany, but it's an acquired taste for some of the customer service that you get here. And so if you're an American, you're used to having good customer service in places like restaurants because you're used to tipping and people are really trying to win you over for your money, or even to any other service industry places, get your patient pants on, buckle up, expand that German vocabulary, and get ready for a wild ride, because customer service in Germany is a whole new story. If you're somebody who's really influenced by really great weather or even really horrible, rainy, cloudy weather, y'all better listen up. Some of the cities in Germany are a bit dreary. The sun doesn't shine often and the weather changes hour by hour. Now, this might not be the whole of Germany, but in the two cities that I've lived in, the weather is quite sporadic and, shall I say, get ready for all weather types. Now, the first city I was in was Marburg, and this is a small city over near Frankfurt. It's in between two mountains, which is why it's raining all the time. But my first long extended time of being in Germany was in Marburg. And it's such a cute little town. Like, there's so many quaint little places there. But one thing was always constant. I took a German intensive language courses there for 3 months, and every day I would get up for my classes and it would be sunny. The sun was shining. It was so pretty to get on the bus and go through that ride to get to my language school. And by the time I got out every day, it was pouring rain. This would happen day in and day out. And every day I would be like, oh, it's about to be a great day. I would look at the weather app, it was gonna be a great day. And then by the time I got outside again, it was just not what I thought it was going to be. And I would end up being sad. And some of the same holds true for Berlin. I've been in Berlin now for about 7 months or so, and the weather is pretty sporadic too. The winters are really gray so far, and the summers are really nice for the few weeks that you do have hot, sunny weather. And this has been the same and constant, that the weather is extremely gray compared to areas where I grew up in the US, where we would see rain maybe 20 times per year, or even cloudy weather. In Atlanta, it's always nice, it's warm, sunny, a little bit too humid, you know, but enough where I never really had to experience a lot of rain growing up. And so I got used to that great weather. And then I came here in Germany and it was a little bit grayer than I thought. And so if you're really affected by the weather and you don't know before you get here, Winters are really gray. They're probably not as cold as it could get in Berlin or even the whole of Germany. It's not as cold as it could get in some other European countries, but it is something to take in consideration before you come here, especially for the winter months. So y'all, those are the 5 things you should think about before coming to Germany. Whether you're coming as a tourist, a visitor for a short time, or you're planning on immigrating here, those are 5 things that I didn't know before I came here, and I've had to kind of take it into stride and build my own way while I've been here in Germany. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely click that red button down below. I post videos every Tuesday, and I'm so excited to share my journey in Germany with you guys. And throughout the next couple of weeks, I will also try to post vlogs about my daily life and kind of things that I do that are less structured like this video, but more like what I do in Germany every day, what kind of life I have. If you guys have any questions for me, definitely post them down below and I'll try to answer those in that video. I stay pretty consistently busy throughout the week with training, school, and some other jobs that I have to do, but I am always excited to share a little bit about my life with you all. So I can't wait to see you guys next week with another video, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers!